All right, I am here. What's going on, people? What's going on, Moonwalkers and viewers of the Just Mr. P YouTube channel and my supporters? Everybody, happy Sunday to everybody. Today is Sunday, May 24th, and the last few days have been interesting. I haven't, let me turn this off, but the last few days have been interesting. But let me go to the comment section before I start. I see Janesta is here, S. Maria is here. Melly Costa is here, Tina Fowler, Dale Leach. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is all doing beautiful today. Now, like I was saying, though, today is Sunday, May 24th. The last couple of days, like I was saying, has been very, very, very interesting. And I mean, very, very interesting. But this is a new episode of the Just Mr. P Experience podcast. I haven't did one in a while. Most of them were off camera, but from now on, they're going to be on camera. So to start off, over the last couple of days, I've been getting a lot of friend requests on Facebook. Facebook alone. Like, due to my research on what's going on, Gabriel, due to my research on MJ, people find my YouTube channel, and of course, you know, they like the videos, they see the social media contact information in the description box. When they see that information, they begin adding me. Some people are real and some people aren't. Some of them are catfish, some of them are scammers. And I will say this, the last couple of days have been the Illuminati trying to contact me. And I hope you guys can hear me. But the Illuminati has tried to contact me via Facebook, maybe about 4 different people claiming to be Illuminati people. I kind of messed with their heads a little bit just to see where they would go with their conversation. But of course, they blocked me, each and every one of them. And then when I look back, their accounts are all deleted. But this live stream and this podcast is going to tell about scammers that tried to come into my inbox to tell me about information that I'm already aware of and things that I can potentially do myself as an American citizen. It doesn't require any help for the things that they were trying to get me to give them money for, because I'm not stupid. I know all about these scams on Facebook. You have these people contacting you, and what they do is tell you that they'll offer you help to fill out this application or that application. And some people fall for it and give them these application fees for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because I've seen the videos of people, you know, saying that they were scammed. And I'm, from now on, when these people messaging me, and when they message me, I'm going to start exposing it, because these people need to be exposed. These scammers need to be exposed, and I'm tired of hearing about them, of these scammers. So let me just go to this and put this on the screen. Go. That's not what I want to do first. Hold on. This is where I want it to be first. Now, can you guys see what I'm looking at? Just to make sure before I even. Now, if you guys can see what's on my screen, this is from the first scammer that contacted me yesterday on Facebook. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button so that way we can get this podcast moving on YouTube. But anyways, yesterday this scammer contacted me. It was May 23rd, sometime early in the morning. And I accepted their friend request maybe the day before that. And they didn't contact me until May 23rd. And they had said, "Hello, how are you doing?" I said, "Good, you?" They said, "I'm fine. I wanted to ask you if they had contacted you too." And I said, "Huh? Who?" And he said, have you also been contacted by 2020 NUF, New USA Funding Grants for Assistance? Now, this is a program that actually exists, but however, what they're offering is to do applications for you regarding these grants from the government. And they're collecting hundreds of dollars from people by them falling victim to these people contacting them on Facebook. Okay, now to continue on, I said no. Even though I know about it, I told him that I didn't know about it just to see if he would elaborate a little more, because I wanted to fish a little information at him, you know? I didn't want him to think that I already was on to him, because once I hear that Have you heard of such and such assistance or such and such funding? I already know it's about to be a scam. But anyways, I said no. And he says it's for those who need assistance paying for bills, buying a home, starting their own businesses, going to school, or even help raise their children. It's very small with old and retired people and disabled. Are you aware? And I wrote, oh, okay. I've never heard of it. And he said, I guess you're still missing a lot because I got the sum of $50,000 from them, and it was delivered through FedEx. But do you know how to claim yours too? Now, first off, stop right there. FedEx will not be delivering money to anybody. That is illegal. So where the hell did they get this information from that if I was to go along with what he's telling me to do or suggesting me do? FedEx does not deliver cash to anybody's doorstep. If they scanned the package and saw a package full of cash, they would call the police. Because why? They would assume it was drug money. They're not going to just take some big package of cash and ship it off. They're going to call the police. But anyways, I wrote, are you serious? And he said, I am damn serious about this, man. This is for real, for real. And of course, it made me think about the whole Nigerian scam thing that was going on Facebook that my cousin told me about, and my sister told me about, my mother told me about. Everyone around me that talks with me on Facebook tells me about this. Twitter tells me about this. And it's just getting really, really annoying that, this is going on. So he says, not at all. I am from U.S. Michigan. And I wrote, I thought Oklahoma, because this is where I caught him in his first lie. I said, I thought Oklahoma. And he says, no. Click on the link. And I'm not going to read the link because it's not even important. The link was leading to somebody's Facebook, and the guy's name, quote unquote, is Larry James. And he says, message him now that you need a financial assistance. So I sent him a screenshot of his profile where it says he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So how are you from Tulsa, Oklahoma in your profile, but you're in the inbox that you're from U.S. Michigan? That's mistake number 2 on his part. Because I'm like, are you kidding me? You think that I'm that naive to, I'm sorry, if you don't even have a direct location in your profile alone, give me information that you're requesting me to go to somebody about, how am I to do it? Why am I to do it? It doesn't make any sense. But I put 3 sad faces, and he wrote, yes, I came from Oklahoma and also schooled there, but I live in Michigan. Okay, so switch and update your profile. But he says for business. This is for real, man, and I'm not giving you shit. And I said, all right, I'll click the link. Who do I ask for? Even though I'm not stupid, I'm not clicking no link because I'm not getting hacked. I'm sorry. You know well as I do, guys, that clicking those links, you'll potentially get hacked. Your account information will get changed and you won't be able to get into your accounts. So I'm not clicking anything. So I said, I'll click the link. Who do I ask for? And he said, yes, tell him you need financial assistance. The same thing again that he said to me the first time around. It's like he's repeating himself. So I said, what do I have to do to get the money? He says, you have to fill the form and your address. That is, if your name appears in their database. Whose database? You didn't even tell me whose database am I going to. Whose database? Like, it doesn't make sense. Now, I started lying to him a bit, which was kind of wrong on my part because I don't like to lie. But however, I wanted to catch the scammer out there. So I said, I am homeless. So I have no address. The streets is my address. I was like, yo, I said, the streets is my address. And he said, then you have to give them where they will help you deliver the money. I said, I have nowhere for delivery. Please tell me what I can do. You're the expert. He says, I am not the expert. I only applied for mine and it was delivered. And I said, damn, so they are no use for us homeless folks, huh? Let me go to the next page, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want y'all to hear this one because this is too funny. Like, this continues because I kept him talking for as long as I could. And it's just funny. So he says, so you are the one that know where it will be delivered for you? And I wrote back, again, I live on the streets. I have no address for delivery. And then I put like a crunched up Face like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. just to screw with him a little bit. And he said, okay, that's your own problem. He kind of gave me a little snap back a little bit. And I was like, I don't give a damn about your little snap back. So I'll put a little sad face just to act like it kind of hurt me. But I'm sitting there laughing because I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you look like an idiot right now. Like, come on. It's just crazy. So I wrote back, wow, how rude, and then put a surprise face. Ooh. He says, how do you mean? I said, I mean nothing. Said, okay, so if you don't want it, I am not forcing you. And I wrote back, if there's no way to get the money and you cannot help as the expert, then this really hurt me as a homeless person. There are people dying if you care enough for the living. If you guys get that reference, that is a reference to a Michael Jackson lyric. I don't even need to say what song it is, but you already know what song it is. Now, there are people dying if you care enough for the living. He didn't even catch on to that. That's the funny part about it is he didn't catch on to that at all. I just got to throw that in there just to see if he would go, why are you quoting Michael Jackson lyrics? But he didn't even say anything. He just continued on. But he says, don't you have a place where the money can be delivered? Even at your friend's place, or you wait for them in the street? That's not possible. I'm going to put my name on a package to somebody else's address. What the post office will do is look up your name in their database. And if you are, per se, having something come to someone else's address, and they're the type of people to be looking out for their mail, they will say to the postal worker, return to sender, this person does not live here. So why would I be sending anything to anybody else's address? So I decided to clap back a little bit and say, let me use your address and we can split the 50,000. So I kind of just started playing with them a little bit and said, let us use your address and we can split the 50,000. You can have more because I only need some. Sound like a plan? He got quiet on me for like maybe an hour or so. So I decided to write back, hi, is it a deal? He still was quiet. And then maybe 2 minutes later, he wrote, okay, but if they see the address, do you think they will deliver since they have mine before? I said to him, they will still deliver, even though they won't. But he says, okay, no problem. Let's try it. And I says, all right. So he's still telling me, okay, message him and talk to him. All right. So here's where the fun begins. Now, I said to him, after I clicked that link, Facebook sent an alert for me to change my password. What's up with that? Facebook is claiming that this is a phishing attempt, bro. Now, Facebook never sent me an alert. This is just me thinking as a human being and me using my intelligence to not let anybody screw or fuck with me in that way. I'm not stupid, but of course, I knew obviously the scammer was. So I told him that Facebook sent me an alert saying that they were attempting to phish me and I had to change my password. And of course, he says, how do you mean? So in other words, you don't know what you're doing in the long run. You're phishing. You're internet phishing. You're phishing for people's information. You are phishing for people's information. And that's the crazy part about it is you don't even know what you're doing. The fact that you would even ask me, how do you mean, means that you don't know what you're doing in the long run. And I say, you don't, what I say, you know about phishing? He says, no, add him up, which is the guy he's talking about, Larry James. And I said, phishing is a scamming attempt. And he says, Larry James. And I wrote back after I typed his name in Facebook in the search bar, I couldn't find his name. Just to call his bluff and see if he actually did exist, the name never popped up in the search box at all. So I said, I can't find him. I think Facebook is bugging, just to kind of keep toying with him even more. I said, I need this money. Send a link. And he sends that link again. And of course, I didn't click on it. So I decided to look through the scammer's buddy list because his buddy list was public on Facebook. And of course, I looked for Larry James through his buddy list, and I'm scrolling name after name. I went to the letter L, looked through all the L names, no Larry James whatsoever. So I said, maybe I'm just missing it. So I went all the way back to the top, all the way to the top of the list where the search bar is. And again, I decided to type the name Larry James. When I typed the name, nothing. Zilch, Zippo, nothing. Absolutely nothing there. Nothing, period. Nothing was there. So, of course, me being smart, not clicking the link, I decided to say to him, Why aren't you friends with Larry James? I tried to find him on your buddy list. He is not there. And he says, I messaged him through the link to get mine. And I say, yeah, but you said to add him. You didn't add him. So I just messaged him. And then I decided to say something in Yoruba, which is Mo Yelenu P Ohun T Nsele, which is I don't know what's going on. And he says, hold on, let me go to the next page, but he stopped responding to me at that point. Like he got quiet and he says something back after I asked him, why you stopped answering? You were helping me, even though he wasn't helping me with anything. But let me go to the next one. Now this one, let me zoom in on it. Now this one, of course, I said to him, I tried to find him on your buddy list. He is not there. And he said, I messaged him through that link to get mine. And I said, yeah, but you said to add him. You didn't add him, so I just messaged him. And I said the thing to him in Yoruba, which is a language spoken in Nigeria. I know just a little bit. And he says, ask Google, you scam. He begins to accuse me of scamming because why? I busted him in a lie. And he caught on like, oh, wait, this guy knows about what I'm doing. So he decides to accuse me of scamming. That's the first person. Like, that's funny, though. But I said, ask Google. What does that mean? Who scams you? And I said, or the Larry James that you're friends with, that you're not friends with, but I'm supposed to add him and talk to him, right? He didn't answer me anymore after that. That was the end of the first person. Like the first person literally stopped answering me after I called him out on what he actually was doing. But it didn't end there. It did not end there. And don't think I'm not seeing what you guys are saying. I'm just reading through everything that's on my screen and I have to click back and forth into the comment section. But he thought that I would be stupid enough to click a link that could potentially hack my Facebook where there's credit card information and things. So I make purchases online all the time. And that's all it takes is that one time that you click that link and all your account information and personal information is gone. It's ghost. And I'm not playing these games with people online with this scamming shit, period. If you think you're going to come to me with that scamming shit, I'm using this. And I'm going to call you out on it. I'm sorry. But let me go to the comment section and see what you guys are saying. Let me see. Damn right. Plenty of scammers out there. It's crazy. And I don't get why these people think that most of us are naive to what they're doing because we hear about this stuff all the time. We just never probably experienced it. But now that I'm actually experiencing people contacting me all the time, I'm not for it and I'm not going for it. And I'm not going to accept it. None of you should accept it. And I also urge you guys to actually be on the lookout for that sort of thing, for people messaging you and inboxing you as well, because they may try the same thing with you, telling you that they have access to applications for U.S. grants and funding, things that you can Google and pretty much apply for yourself. You don't need anybody to apply for this stuff for you. Unless it's an actual government official or an actual government employee, they are not contacting you through social media. Trust me on it. They are not contacting you on social media like Facebook, Twitter. They're not. They are not. And the fact that these people think that a lot of us are dumb is crazy. Exactly. Thank you, Dale. Caught him right away. Oh, no, but he's not the only one. Someone else tried to get me this morning, and I honestly think that those two that were messaging me actually work together in a sense. But I'm going to continue this one. Hold on. Yep, scams are everywhere. I definitely agree with that one. And they are everywhere. And the fact of the matter is they think that a lot of us are stupid enough to believe them. We're not. We are a lot smarter than the ones that contact us with these damn scams. So for those of you who aren't aware of these scams, please, and I'm asking you, be careful. Be careful. Don't let anybody manipulate you into applying for none of this crap through them that you can do yourselves. I'm sorry. All it takes is a simple click of a website or going to Google and Googling the information yourself for the government websites where you could actually apply for this stuff. And it does not require a middle person to apply for any of this stuff for you. I'm telling you. And you can trust me on that one because I do my research, as you know. For those of you who've been watching my YouTube channel all of this time, you do know how I roll, and I actually do my research. I don't play no games when it comes to this stuff. Like all of this stuff right here is some of the things that I hate about the internet, because these people take it a little too far and they act like we're supposed to go for it. And if you don't go for it, some of them get mad. Some of them get rude. Like, I'll tell you that I see some of the screenshots on other people's pages, or I've watched other people's YouTube videos, and I'll see them recording like actual phone calls with some of these scammers. And some of these scammers will get mad at you and say, oh, I fuck you, or I'll shoot you, I'll come find you once you don't give into their demands. This one, on the other hand, he didn't totally get rude. He just kind of shrugged it off and just stopped answering me, and I'm happy he did. But apparently he didn't delete his account like most of the scammers that are on the internet. He still has his account up, and maybe that's not even that scammer's account. Maybe he hacked that from another person, because there's hundreds of photos of the same person on this person's page. So it's a possibility that this scammer actually decided to hack somebody's account and use their account for their scamming. That's what I believe. There's no way in hell that it looks like a normal American guy, but the dialogue doesn't scream American to me. Either the person was not really familiar with English, or the person wasn't familiar with reading. But anyways, let me go to the next slide and let you guys see this one. Hold on. Let me put this one back up. Make the screen bigger so you can actually see it. I didn't even realize that I'm sitting up here with it all small on the screen and you can't see. Oh, man. It's crazy, though. I mean, hit that like button if y'all are watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you are a subscriber who's been with me a while, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you can get alerts for these live streams and videos that will be coming very soon. But yes, hit that like button. Hit that like button. But let me go to the next slide. Can y'all see what I see? Just to make sure. Can you see what I see? Okay, they can. You can. Okay, now this is scammer number 2, which is this morning. Literally, we just talked about a previous scammer, didn't we? And this is another scammer. Like, it started and continued. Hello, how are you? And I wrote, good, you? They didn't answer me back immediately. It took them a while to answer me back. I'm not sure as to why, but I thought it was just a regular Facebook person, because I get a lot of you guys that message me on social media, and I don't think nothing of it, because I'm like, oh, wait, you probably watch my YouTube channel, and a lot of you who message me do and have watched videos or listened to podcasts on my YouTube channel, so I really don't think nothing of it when I get messages or friend requests. But now I know I have to kind of look out, because now I'm starting to get scam artists. But anyways, this person answers back Saturday. It took a long, like maybe 2 days for them to answer back. And of course, they says, I'm good. Have you heard about the United Nations Help Commission yet before? Does that make sense to you? Like, just the lingo in the text right there. I'm good. Have you heard about the United Nations Help Commission yet before? I don't get what that means, but it was said. But I know exactly what they're saying. They're asking me about that same fund that I spoke about earlier on from the first scammer. So this is scammer number 2, attempting to pretty much fish on my Facebook account for information with this same quote-unquote government funding that they're saying they can help you with. Now, he, he says the United Nations Help Commission is a set of organizations set up to help people financially all over the world. God damn it. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Let me go back. Here it is. I'm like all over the place, clicking. And y'all are like, what's going on here? Now back to it. Now, The United Nations Help Commission is a set of organizations set up to help people financially with money all over the world. Have you heard about United Nations Help Commission yet before? Take care of kids, buy houses, pay rents, and lots more. Now, I didn't answer back. I ignored him because I'm like, I know this is another scammer. And can you guys still see what I see? And can you guys still hear me? Because I lost my screen for a second and I just got it back. Just want to make sure you can still hear me. Can you? I'm guessing you guys can. All right. Well, back to the slideshow. Now, of course, I'm not stupid, so I ignored him. So that's what made him send me a question mark the very next morning, which was today, because I ignored him when he sent me that message asking me did I know about it. I was like, oh, it's another repeat event of the previous person that I spoke to previously, and I said I wasn't dealing with that again, so I ignored it. So he sends 2 question marks to get my attention. I didn't block, I just ignored it. I was like, I'm not going through this again, but I won't block. So I says yes, and I don't want a FedEx money delivery. That shit is illegal. And he wrote the same thing he wrote the first time about the United Nations Help Commission is a set of organization. And you can tell he obviously copied and pasted it, because why? The word set of is still pasted together as if he just keeps copying and pasting the same thing. So he's copying and pasting the same speech over and over that he said to me literally the day before that got ignored. So this time they upped the ante though on the amount of cash. The first time, if you remember me saying, the first scammer offered me $50,000. This one offered $150,000. $150,000. I'm like, I'm rich, bitch. I felt like Rick James. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be rich. 150,000? Now let me stop. I'm joking. I just said, now the amount increased. Nah, no thanks. None of this shit is real with niggas seeking fees for something that we the people will never see. And of course he writes back, did you want me to tell you how to apply for it? And I wrote back, referencing, of course, the person that I was told about the first time around from the first scammer. I said, by messaging Larry James. And he said, this is real and full of legit, okay? This is real and full of legit, okay? This is real and full of legit. No, this is fake and full of, I don't need to say the word, but you can fill that in. You can fill that in. I'm pretty sure you can. And of course, this time it's not Larry James. This is somebody else. He sends a link to somebody else's page named Eldery779 or some crap like that. Or is that still Larry James? Wait, it is Larry James. I'm bugging. Anyway, I wrote, this is, excuse me, he didn't send that. I sent that to him. I'm bugging. I'm like sitting here. I sent that to him. I sent him the link to the Larry James person. That's what it is. I'm confusing myself here for a hot second. I'm old, forgive me. But anyways, now I sent him the link to the Larry James profile that the previous scammer tried to send me. And I wrote, this is spam that Facebook labeled to me as a phishing scam. And of course, I sent a screenshot of the previous person's page to the second scammer because I'm like, put 2 and 2 together. They're obviously working together, or even if they're not, let him know that I've been here already. You're not screwing with me, and you're not telling me about another funding that I can get from the government with your help or this person's help here. So I'm like, here we go again. And of course, I sent the screenshot of the guy that contacted me days before trying to scam me as well. And I wrote, sent by this guy. And he said, this is real information, okay? And I wrote, the info is real, but the people here on Facebook seeking fees isn't. I research for a living. As you guys know, I've been doing it for 11 years on YouTube. I research. I'm not stupid. I look into things, especially these sort of things here. Some of these programs have been around previous to these scammers, but these scammers know that during this COVID-19 pandemic that's going on, people are out of work, people are struggling, people need money, and what they're doing is preying on people that they know need money and getting them to pay them for these quote unquote grants and applications that people can fill out themselves from the US government if they actually need them and need that sort of help. But a lot of the people don't know about it, so they assume that these people are actually telling the truth when they're actually just BSing. They're not actually telling anyone the truth in these scams. They're telling you about the program name at least, but they're not telling you nothing about the program. They're just telling you, message this person. They're going to get you 50,000 or they're going to get you 150,000. Yeah, I bet. In debt. They're going to end up having you $50,000 to $150,000 in debt once they steal all your information from your social media. For those of you who buy freaking things online using your credit cards, bank cards, and bank accounts and such, these people will sit up there and bleed you dry. These people will bleed you dry, and it is not a game with this scamming stuff at all. At all. But I research for a living, so nothing gets past me without me looking into shit first. I get paid to research, and also that research goes up on YouTube for viewers to be warned about shit like this. Shaking my head. I didn't come looking for y'all. Y'all came to me. Y'all must know about the work I do on scammers, obviously. Damn agents. Even though I don't do research on scammers, I just wanted him to be scared about this whole scamming thing that they're doing. And it's kind of like he didn't show fear about the scamming. What he did was just kind of just brush it off just a bit. And I'm just like, oh, okay. But let me go to the next slide. Hold on, let me go to it. Now he wrote back, okay, I understand you. Okay, he a lot of succumb. He didn't spell scam right. But we knew, okay, them, okay, this is real information. Okay, just trust me. Okay, how many times can you say okay in the same sentence? How many times? He said, okay, I understand you. Okay, he lot of scam, but we none of them. Okay, this is real information. Okay, just trust me. Okay, okay, just trust you, right? Just trust you because you said just trust you and okay about 7 times in the same sentence. Okay. Yo, this is too funny. I'm sorry. Reading it back to you guys, I'm getting a good laugh at it. I mean, it's not funny that they're actually succeeding in scamming people, but it's funny in the fact that they're not even speaking properly. It's crazy. And I wrote the people can apply themselves. They don't need people on Facebook taking money they already don't have to apply for things they can do online from the comforts of their own homes, which is what I had said to you guys early on. This is something that you guys can do yourselves if you actually wanted any of these loans and grants here in the US. And he wrote, I will send you the link online, claim agent that helped me collect my grant money so that you can apply for it. Now he sent me the same thing again, only from a different person named Jonathan Thomas. Jonathan Thomas is another person, and I'm pretty sure that this is somebody else's account who got hacked because there's bunches of photos on this person's page that match up to that person, but I guarantee that that person is not the person behind that account handling these quote-unquote assistants for these grant loans and applications. So this is just a warning that these people are out there and they're lurking in your inboxes, they're adding you, and they're playing these games, and it's disgusting. I mean, I don't even need to go much further into this particular topic because you guys are now well aware, if you weren't, about these scammers, and these were just 2 of the ones that contacted me over the last couple of days. And as more scammers roll in, I will be exposing the hell out of them. I don't care if they see it online and they get mad about it. You're scamming. And this isn't for the people that are in those profiles, because I'm pretty sure in those profiles are real people, but the people behind them are probably hackers that stole those accounts. So don't attack any of those people if you actually find them. Attack the scammers, because the people that are probably on those accounts have nothing to do with it. It's the scammer that stole those accounts, which has those people's photos, which is crazy. Whole account stolen with people's photos. So that way these scammers could look, authentic and legit. This is how they're operating. They're getting you to click those links. They'll steal your account. And that's when they have access to your entire account with credit card information, every single photo you have, everything. And it's messed up. It's messed up. Let me go to the comment section and see what's going on with you guys here. Back out of this for a second. But yeah, like, what do you guys think about this nonsense? I mean, it's crazy. It is really, really crazy. And over the last couple of days, like I said, I've experienced the whole people trying to get me to apply for U.S. grants and loans that you can actually do yourself. So I don't know where they get their information from, but unfortunately, they didn't get it from online or a government website, because if they did, then they would have known in the long run that it's illegal to FedEx money. No one needs any help to apply for government assistance or loans unless it's by an actual government official who, by the way, will not be contacting anybody from Facebook. Period. They will not be contacted on Facebook. Even recently, somebody tried to call my mom's phone and tell her that they were from a government office, but they're calling with their phone number blocked. Oh, well, I'm working from home, so I don't want my number to show up. We were given permission to do that. By whom? Because I understand that any government official or government employee that calls will be calling from authorized numbers from government offices, not from blocked and private numbers. That's another thing that's going on. So it's crazy. But I hope all is well with everybody. And I see all of you out there. I see Henry Louise, Melly. I see Dale, Janesta. What's going on, Ferdinanda? Who else is out there? Because I see 16 of y'all. Yvette, Matt, Amanda. I got two Amandas here. Sandy. What's going on, everybody? I got a bunch of y'all here with me today, and I do appreciate it. But yes, that was like the last couple of days. I still have something else that I want to discuss with you, and this is something that was on social media that somebody had sent to me, and I was really disturbed by the video, so I can't show the video due to YouTube's guidelines, and also for my own personal beliefs, because what I saw in this video was totally wrong and fouled on so many levels, especially due to the fact that people put their trust in nursing homes to put their parents and grandparents in these places, and to have employees abusing them, beating them, attacking them. And not only that, but recording themselves doing it. I don't know if you guys had seen this video on social media of this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know what his name is, but let me put his picture up on the screen for you guys so you can get a look at who he is, because this is very disturbing. And this is a screenshot from the video, just so you know. This is the only way I can get a good look at who this guy is. But this is the guy here on my screen. Now, apparently, according to sources, this man is from Detroit, Michigan. He's right here in the U.S. I didn't even know that. I mean, I'm like looking at him, and I was like, he could be anywhere in the world, because we have brown-skinned people everywhere. Brown-skinned people exist all over the world, so there's no telling where the hell this man was from. There was no telling where he was from. And, of course, I found out from a source online that this man is from Detroit, Michigan, working at a nursing home where, of course, elderly people are housed. Now, a lot of people trust putting their parents and putting their relatives, their grandparents, whoever, aunts, uncles, anybody who's elderly. We're putting our trust, because even my great-grandmother, she spent time in a nursing home. And I always thought about that in the back of my head, even though there was never any signs that she was ever being abused. But I've always heard these stories over the years about people being abused in nursing homes. I just never seen anything like this. This particular guy that you see here on my screen, he literally hit record on his phone, and let me enlarge myself. I don't even need to give this clown too much clout. But this idiot, he literally put his phone down, hit the record button, and he sat up there and went and pummeled an elderly man in his first video. It didn't even stop there. He did it for about maybe 2 minutes straight. He just kept hitting him and punching him until the man was bleeding and leaking all down his face. This man was literally bleeding. Oh my God. Like, if you could see my face, he was busted open. So I'm wondering if this man is left there at that nursing home by himself and no family's visiting him to check him and see that this is going on. Like, there's no family around to see that this elderly man is being abused or that this man got his face busted open by a person that works there. It's crazy. So I'm just hoping that any of my viewers that live in Detroit, Michigan, that may have the opportunity and know who this man is, call your local precinct, screenshot this, and send it to them. This man is, I don't know where it is in Detroit, but this man is beating elderly people. He didn't do it not once. He did it twice. He did this crap twice. His second video that he posted online, which I ended up finding on my own accord after being sent this one, he sat up there and beat somebody's grandmother, somebody's aunt. This man sat up there and beat somebody's relative. And for no reason. He's not even saying anything in the video. In the first video where he was beating an elderly man, he was saying that, get out of my bed. Why are you in my bed? Why are you in my bed? So I'm thinking he might have a couple of screws loose. He might be maybe mentally ill. So maybe this man might need help. Or maybe it's not even because he needs help. He's just abusive towards the elderly. And this man either needs to get his ass beat or he needs to go to jail. Straight up. He needs to either get his ass beat or he needs to get his ass locked up. Because he beat up two different elderly people on video and posted it to social media. Nobody posted it but him because he's recording himself doing it. And people are sharing it and people are laughing at it. People are laughing at it like it's funny. That shows the mentality of the way a lot of people think nowadays, because when the hell did beating on an elderly person become a fucking joke? When did something like that become funny? I'm just wondering, what is society and what is this world coming to where we as the people who live on this planet think that it's funny, even attacking each other, period. Violently attacking each other or beating each other, period. Where did something like that actually become funny? Why are we videoing this sort of stuff? Why are we documenting this sort of stuff? Like, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And it just really makes me wonder what the hell is going on with the world, because people have lost it. Like, people really have lost it. And it's really showing me that a lot of the people that are doing this stuff are not there. It's crazy. I don't get it. And I do wish that if anybody actually knows or sees this man, call the fucking cops on this bastard. Because this man sat up there and beat up two different elderly people. This man needs his ass kicked or he needs to be in jail. Period, point blank. Nobody can't tell me what he did was correct. Beating on two elderly people. Like, dude, you weren't hired for that. And I'm pretty sure he must obviously have a clean background, because these nursing homes are not hiring people with horrible backgrounds. They check your background before you get into these jobs. So I'm pretty sure this particular man never had any issues at any other job. He's probably never been arrested or been to jail. He probably has no sort of criminal record whatsoever. So, of course, he passed the background check for this job. But however, the one check they don't do is a person's mental stability. They don't check it. That's the one thing they don't do, is check to see if there's a couple of screws loose before they hire these people to take care of our elderly folks. They don't run background checks on someone mentally. You can't do that. I mean, if a person has maybe a mental health record that can be found, then they will probably be on some, I can't hire them. But in the long run, there's laws against discriminating against people with mental stability. So it's like there's a win-lose and a lose-lose situation with the whole thing. It's a win for people who are actually totally nuts, who shouldn't be working at any of these places, and it's a loss for the people who have to hire them and deal with the aftermath after these people attack people that they're housing, and deal with the aftermath of after these people do these damn attacks. I agree. The pandemic is definitely bringing out the worst in people, and I honestly see that it's not going to get any better until I can't even say a time frame, because our planet has always been jacked up, and I can't even just imagine what those elderly people must be feeling. Somebody needs to kick his ass and beat his ass into submission the way he did them. There's no way that anybody could tell me something like that was funny. Period. Like, there's no way. I don't even know how anybody could laugh at that. I saw the comment section in so many places where this video was on, and people were just laughing and LOL and putting laughing emojis. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? This could be your grandmother, your grandfather, your great aunt, your great uncle. Like, come on. It's not right. It's not right. Like, that's some nonsense. And this is the stuff that I wanted to talk about, like between the scamming that's going on social media, which ain't right, and the elderly are also the main victims of it, because they're not totally in tune with all of this stuff that's going on the internet, so they fall victim to this, and then they also are falling victim to physical abuse and mental abuse in these nursing homes. Like, what more can go on? It's whack now. But I want to know you guys' opinion. I'm going to post the link to my live stream if you want to join in. This is the live stream link if you want to join in and chat with me and tell me what's on your mind on what I just discussed and what I just talked to you guys about. I see. Wait, there's been an update. You said, I just saw, S. Marie says, I just saw an article online. Charges have been filed against him. And I hope, and I do hope, and this might be the most negative thing that I probably could say, because I don't want anybody to suffer any sort of violence, but he needs his ass beat. Soon as he gets sentenced, soon as he touched jail grounds, somebody needs to walk up on him and uppercut him the way he uppercutted those elderly people and punched on them. Soon as he walk into that jail yard, just pow, right in the face. No questions asked. As soon as he walk into that jail yard, pow, right in the face. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask no questions. No questions, period. No questions, period. In Canada, they had taken parents home. I can't even honestly say that I blame them, because after seeing something like that, it makes you wonder, like, what's going on with your loved ones and your relatives when you put them in these places? Because 100% of the time, they might actually be taken care of, but then there might be that 1 or 2% chance that there might be that one employee that might do what this idiot did. Like, this is crazy. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Somebody said this guy is not staff. He is a patient as well. So wait, he's a patient at this. So wait, is this, because I was told it's a nursing home. Is it a nursing home or is it a rehabilitation home? Because there's a difference. Because rehabilitation homes will house both the elderly and anyone of any age, as long as they need some sort of rehabilitation on their bodies for physical health, mental health, and other things. So it's a possibility. Is this a rehabilitation home? Can you answer me that one? He does belong in psychiatry. He's violent. If he was just a patient, because I was told that he was an employee when I first was told about this story. If he actually is a patient, he needs to go to jail. Period. He needs to go to jail. Joel him under the jail. No questions asked. Seriously, like, he needs to go to jail. Sorry, a clean mental health record is in order for these types of positions. I agree. But unfortunately, if a person has a mental instability on their per se record, a job can't even discriminate against them because there's laws against it. And it's messed up because a lot of these people that get hired for these positions that do this sort of thing probably have mental instabilities. If this man wasn't an employee and he was just a patient, why is he not being watched if he's a psychiatric patient or if he's there for mental health issues? Why is he not being watched? Because when I worked in a hospital, and I will share this one with you guys, when I worked in a hospital and a patient was mentally unstable, especially to a point where they were known to wander the hospital, a nurse or a medical assistant or even just a hospital staffer, like what I was. I wasn't no medical professional or anything, but a regular hospital staffer, or as they call them, orderlies, will be around and they have them wait and watch that patient's room. Also, they'll post security guards. They don't do that out here in New York. They will post a security guard outside that person's room and have them in that room by themselves. They will not have that person in a room or around a person to beat them. They will not allow that person to just walk around by themselves out here. That patient will be in their room, not confined, but they won't be allowed to just walk around and do things like what this man did. Wow. She said Dale says they are starving them, not cleaning them, and nothing to drink. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't honestly. And then again, wait, Janesta, you're from Detroit, so you probably would have firsthand information on this. Like, is this a mental patient or is this an employee? Because it makes me wonder exactly what's going on. Because being that you're out there in Detroit, you could put me on to some information regarding this, because I want to make sure whatever happened that this man did, it actually sticks. Because I don't have my great grandmother anymore. And oh my God, my grandfather is gone. I only have one grandmother left. So to think, if we ever, God forbid, even though I doubt my family would ever put her anywhere, and I know better than that, we would never do anything like that. But God forbid, if we ever had to put another one of our relatives in a nursing home, we would go nuts if somebody pulled this crap with one of our family members. The law would not have been able to protect this man. If this would have happened here in New York, that man would have gotten his ass whipped. Patient, friend, foe, enemy, employee, it wouldn't have mattered. He would have been beat down to the maximum. There wouldn't have been no ifs, ands, or buts. There wouldn't have been no questions. There wouldn't have been no lollygagging or joking about it or trying to figure out why he did it. He would have just been beaten. He would have gotten his ass kicked. Anybody from here will tell you that, because it's like, how do you do that to somebody's grandmother or grandfather? Like, that's sickening. That is real sickening. But I'm guessing you guys are a little shy today. No call-ins, no. What's up? Tell me what's on your mind. All right, take care, Gabriel. Let me go through the comment section and see what you guys are saying. Put some of these comments up on the screen. Scroll all the way back, because I know I was going and going and going, so I didn't get to see everything that you guys have said. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Melly. I appreciate that. Now, right, Sandy, I'm agreeing with you. You said, even though this is minutes ago, I'm just seeing it now. Yeah, they was trying to tell me with those scammers, they were trying to tell me that one was telling me 150,000 while the other was saying 50,000. So it's like, which is the truth? What money can I get out of you guys? Because obviously you guys don't have any money to give. You're scamming. Who's going to actually go for this nonsense, though, on the internet? And I'm hoping that none of you guys will ever go for it. Oh, good. You guys hear me loud and clear? That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm glad, because YouTube used to give me so much issues every time I went to go live or do a podcast and chat with you guys. And what would happen is it would cut off. You can't hear me. The screen is scrambling. It's echoing. It's getting real crazy. It's getting real wild. Nobody knows what's going on. Where did just Mr. P go? Where's Daryl? Daryl, where did you go? I get the inboxes and it's like, where did you go? Where did you go? And I'm like, YouTube did it. It's not me. But I think also it might have helped that I got a new computer too, because maybe my previous computer wasn't strong enough. It might not have been YouTube all the time, but I think it might have been my previous device that I was using. So yeah, I'm loud and clear now. I'm happy with that one. But yeah, like, oh yeah, he is 2020. I agree. He is definitely still here. Says, hi, I'm watching you on Facebook, but this is better. I get scammers a lot too. And it's crazy, Amanda. Like, these scammers don't know when to stop. Then again, they know when to stop. They just don't want to. They know when to stop, but they just don't want to. Yes, true. Be careful to scammers. Exactly. Thank you, Tina. Be careful. That's all I'm urging you guys about. And that's why I said at the beginning of this podcast, as more and more of these scammers pop up, I will expose them. I will expose them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not going to keep going for this nonsense with people playing these sort of games, especially with people that I know. Because I've heard stories from a lot of you who have watched my YouTube channel about like the Nigerian scammers or the scammers that pop up in Pakistan that will call you over the telephone and curse you out. Like, I'll post a link to a video from this YouTube channel. I can't remember his name, but he always gets cursed out all the time. He changes his voice, the whole nine. He goes the whole mile against scammers. But I don't go that far. I will, however, talk with them via inbox and share with you what's going on so you guys are aware. And that way you guys never fall victims to any of this crap. Also, I just want to tell you guys, as for what I said regarding our elderly, please show them love, show them respect, and please take care of them. Don't let one of our elders, another one of our elders, fall prey or victim to one of these scams, or also to a beating like what this guy did at that Detroit hospital. Like, that right there is totally crazy. I don't even know how that dude could even sleep with himself at night. Like, and just wake up in the morning knowing that he could even do something like this. Like, it really aggravates me though. Like, our world is totally jacked up, and better has to happen for our planet, or else our planet's only going to get worse. And like I said in my last video, our planet will eventually destroy itself because of people like that. Like, I'm sorry for anyone to think that that's okay. Get your mental stability checked. Learn yourself and learn how mental stable you are. I'm all over the place. Learn how mentally stable you actually are before you go into them places. Because if you know you can't handle, because again, I'm still trying to figure out. And where are you in NYC, true or false? Where are you in NYC that you're disagreeing? Because I've given you before chances to come on and chat about your disagreements, because you disagree a lot. Of course. And I thank you guys for actually supporting me and tuning in. Like, I do appreciate that. Thank you for that, Dale. I appreciate that. I mean, I know I haven't released many videos as of late because I've been trying to work on longer videos, because I usually would do videos that are maybe 7 to maybe 15 minutes long. The longest video I did was the Janet Jackson video. Like, the video that I did about her was maybe 30 minutes long. And that video was amazing. I mean, I want to do long videos like that. Not documentaries, but just videos. I mean, the longer they are, the more information I can put into them. Because before I used to have a habit of saying, I don't want to make my videos too long because I know you guys don't have time to watch them. But I'm hoping that you guys will have the times. I know a lot of us are quarantined and still home and, of course, need something to watch other than regular television because a lot of us don't watch regular television. I will say that, like, I don't watch. That's what's up. Same here. Same here. Same town, same city. Same town, same city. I appreciate that, Dale. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are awesome too. But I'm just saying, though, I'm sorry. People I know, then I'll speak from my standpoint. People I know out here in New York would have beat his ass for that. True or false, don't know the same type of people I know. I'm sorry. If you attack somebody's grandparent, mother, family, period, especially from my side of the spectrum, that ass is getting whipped. We ain't gonna call the cops on you. We ain't. I'm sorry. But that's what's up. A fellow Brooklyner watching me. I don't have many people from New York watching, so I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in because you've tuned in before, and I do appreciate all of you guys who have tuned into my live streams, my podcasts, my videos, and all of that stuff over the 11-year period that I've been on YouTube and over the last couple of months that I've been posting stuff, of course. You know, it's all love here. It's nothing but love and positivity and nothing but. That's all we do over here on this channel. Nothing more, nothing less. Just love. LOVE. I'm trying to spell it out in the air, but you can't see it. Oh, man. Hell no. There's strangers that will ride out, especially if they seen an elderly person in the street getting attacked. Wow. I've seen random people run to an elderly person's defense just over an argument in the street on the subway. Like, wait, we're in Brooklyn because I'm like, it can't be the same part because I see it all the time. All the time. It's oh, I finished Big Love. I finished watching Big Love. Big Love, the ending I was pissed off about. I was really, 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 really mad about the ending. But the show itself, amazing. But the way it ended, I'm like, how did y'all kill Bill? Why did you? I know I said kill Bill together. But the main character on that show, Big Love, that I had talked about in another podcast, in the previous one to this, the main character was a character named Bill Hendrickson. And the whole concept of the show was Bill Hendrickson was a polygamist who lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. Or was it Tulsa? I think it was Salt Lake City. And he had 3 wives, 8 children. He tried to take on a 4th wife. And, of course, dealing with polygamy that here in the U.S. is illegal. He was a polygamist who was hiding his polygamy from the public. What he did was buy 3 houses literally next door to each other, like literally neck and neck next door to each other. And they connected the yards, the backyards and the front yards, but no one found it odd or anything like that. They just thought they were neighbors. And however, the way they had the houses connected in the back, they were able to go house to house, yard to yard, be in each other's houses. He would have family dinners in one house on Tuesday with one wife, then have family dinners with the next wife on Wednesday, while having family dinners with that wife on Thursday, or they have a family dinner on Sunday or whatever. It's just a crazy situation. But eventually, he took polygamy to the public, and people in the public hated him for it. And it caused him to get shot. And that's where they ended the series. They killed off the main character, but it wasn't long after that the actor Bill Paxton passed away. So the show couldn't go on because he was not doing good health-wise as is. So they had to kind of prepare the show to end, and they wrote it with him dying as the ending. And of course, the show was like maybe 1 year later. They show what goes on with his family, and his family is pretty much moving on, but with each other without him. Like the 3 wives are still together as a family, but then one wife is going away on some sabbatical. And his kids are all older, having children of their own, and it was just a sad story. I mean, the TV series was pretty dope, and I would tell you guys, like, if you want to know more about it, you can check it out on Hulu, Amazon Prime, different platforms that have it, but it's definitely good, and it's on HBO as well. That it was an HBO production. I mean, if they chose to go back at him, true or false, like if they chose to, because a lot of people wouldn't choose to, depending on where you come from. But where I come from, they wouldn't have went for that at all. But if you guys have no questions for me and you guys don't want to join in and call this live stream, I will be wrapping this up, and I will be doing another podcast next Sunday. I definitely will try to have a video out come next week for you guys. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so let's keep continuing to be great. Let's continue on loving each other and just keep continuing on being good people. I mean, you guys are awesome. You tune into me as often as you can, and I respect and appreciate that, and I love you guys for that. And I definitely... Wait, now I just received something. What's going on? Mr. P seems to me a real and special person. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dale. I know you watch my videos because you've messaged me bunches of times and let me know how you appreciate my channel, my videos, and you've showed me a lot of support, so I thank you for that. And I mean, I thank all of you guys for that. I mean, there's no way that I could continue to make the videos without you guys. I mean, like, if you guys aren't here to watch them, who am I making them for? So I do appreciate you guys for always tuning into these videos and these podcasts and everything that I do on this channel. And I do look forward to doing more for you. And more is coming soon. I mean, if you want more from me, keep clicking that like button and keep clicking that subscribe button, because I do have more coming. Now, I see something. Hold on. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Definitely. Stay safe and healthy. Keep washing those hands. I mean, they say do 30-second hand washing in soapy hot water. I said hoppy. I was about to say hoppy. Soapy hot water. You got to get it in. Get it in. Get it in. Now, I see Sandy says, Daryl, what's up with the connection between Paris and Cappy? I'm not sure. Who's Cappy? I don't know who Cappy is. I've never heard of Cappy. Could you inform me of who Cappy is? Maybe I can look real fast. Has Paris going to the dark side? Uh-oh. What's going on? Wait. Okay, you know what? I'm going to hold back from even going anywhere. Wait, what's going on? I'm just, a little SOS, stuck on stupid right now. What's going on with Paris? Because I see Sandy says that there's a connection between her and Cappy. I don't know who Cappy is. And then she says, Hoppy. Oh, man. Yes, Hoppy. Oh, man. Not Hoppy. Soapy. Soapy water. Isaac Cappy. I don't know who that is. Is he on Twitter or social media or something? I mean, I don't know who Isaac Cappy is. That's funny though. Hoppy. It's supposed to be soapy, not hoppy. If you're like hoppy, then it's a little strange versus soapy. But no, I've never heard of. My lighter's not working, and it sucks. My lighter doesn't work. But no, who is this Isaac Cappy person? You're going to make me want to research, and then when I come back to my next podcast, I'll have some answers for you about whether Paris is being evil or not, or if she switched to the dark side, because I've never, ever heard of this Isaac Cappy person. I mean, is he a good person, a bad person, evil person? Is he on social media? Is he famous? Is he a musician or something? Put me onto it. Let me know. They say he committed suicide. Paris had to move and get extra security. What was he, like, a fan or something of hers? Oh yeah, Paris is playing Jesus in a movie that's coming out in a couple of months. It's like a modern day Jesus role. I don't know what they're doing with that story regarding Paris Jackson being Jesus, but I mean, from what I hear, she's playing Jesus in modern form, or someone that thinks that they're Jesus. Maybe she's a character that may have mental illness or a good imagination. Perhaps I'm not sure. I'm gonna look that up. But is Isaac Cappy actually on social media? Because I will look him up or look up information. Because you know how I do. I definitely like to do my research. I am always one to research. He was an actor. Let me Google this real fast. Hold on. Because now you got me wondering. Hold on, because I could put it up on the screen and we could all learn about Isaac Cappy together. Let me put it up on the screen for y'all real fast. And we can all learn about Mr. Isaac Cappy together. Yeah, because now you got me wondering about this Isaac Cappy person. I don't know who he is. Can y'all see my screen? Oh, now see, I've never watched that. It says Isaac Cappy was an American actor and musician known for his roles in the film Thor, Terminator Salvation, and the AMC TV series Breaking Bad. Now, see, I've seen Thor, but I didn't notice that actor, so I'm not sure. And they don't even have his picture up on Wikipedia, so I'm surprised. So maybe he might be a low key actor, or maybe like a B or C list actor, as to why they don't have his photo up, or I'm not sure of who he is. But let's see. Oh God, hold on. It says in 2018, Cappy was investigated, and I'm gonna say allegedly to what it says because I don't want YouTube to flag me for it. But it says in 2018, Cappy was investigated by police after reportedly threatening actress Paris Jackson and actor Seth Green. I know who Seth Green is. He's hilarious. Jackson accused Cappy of choking her at a party they were both attending, and Cappy allegedly posted videos accusing Green and his wife of being pedophiles. Wow. Hmm. I didn't know about this incident. So now, let me go back to the chat. Now, I see what Wikipedia is saying. Hold on, let me put myself bigger and make that small. I'm gonna leave that up. Put him. Let me find a picture of him and get him on the screen so we all could see what Isaac Cappy looked like. Because I don't even know what this man looked like. I can't even tell you what Isaac Cappy looks like, but we will see what he looks like. Oh, he's an afro guy. He has a huge afro. Hold on, open in new tab. Let me just quickly reopen the screen again. Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I didn't know that incident happened because that wasn't something that was really talked about to me. And I'm surprised because as much as I'm messaged about MJ, nobody really mentioned that incident to me, or the fact that incident actually happened where he actually choked her, or she made allegations of him choking her. So this is something new to me. So now I'm going to do further research into that and find out more on that situation. But I want to see what this person looks like because I don't know what Isaac Cappy actually looks like. So let's see what Mr. Cappy looks like. And not to be funny and no disrespect to him or his memory, but I could see that he has that look to him like he may not have been all there, and you can see it in his face. And this isn't me just being judgmental, but sometimes you can see in a person's face a sense of sadness or a sense of hurt or a sense of them not totally being there mentally. Because I've spent a lot of time working around people in the hospital in the past. And of course, working close to the psychiatric ward, you get to see different types of patients and different types of people. And the looks in their faces, you can just see it and feel the energy. And the energy that I see looking at his photo in particular does not read off energy of someone who may have been well mentally. So the fact that I'm reading that he committed suicide, it could be because the man was actually mentally ill way before anyone actually had an inkling to that. Because only someone who is mentally ill would consider, suicide, or became mentally ill, or some people who are just totally hurt may commit suicide. I mean, it's scary. I have to be careful saying that word and repeating it over and over because YouTube does not go for it. So I'll be careful with that word. But for him to have done what he did to himself, it's a tragic act. And I want to know more about what happened and what led up to him doing this act on himself that took his life. Not only that, I'd like to know more about the incident between him and Paris Jackson. And not only that, the incident between Seth Green's wife and him, because apparently he accused them of being pedophiles. And we know as of lately, there's been so much scandal going on in the world of celebrity, politics, and everything. And so many people are being exposed for being underground pedophiles or being part of this weird ring that's disgusting. But there's no telling what this man may have known, because who knows what's going on behind the scenes in Hollywood. People are exposing each other little by little. Like the fact that he says he had a tape of Seth Green and his wife doing gross acts to a minor obviously could have resulted in him losing his life and a suicide potentially being staged. Who knows? There's no telling. Because even there's another person. Who is it? Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of their name. Jeez. Oh my God. I wish I could say help me out, but this is something that I researched myself and I never really discussed. And I watched something on someone else's YouTube channel. Who is it? Hillary Clinton. That's who it is. Hillary Clinton and former congressman here of New York, Anthony Weiner, had strong ties, of course, through their working for the government. And of course, Anthony Weiner, was exposed for being a pedo. And the fact that he was exposed working for the government, he was fired, he went to jail, but he didn't do much time because he agreed to expose Hillary Clinton for allegedly being one herself and being into young girls. So Anthony Weiner made allegations against Hillary Clinton saying that she was into young girls herself. So it's so much going on in the world of Hollywood and politics, and all of these famous people are doing so much crazy things behind the scenes, not just to each other and to regular people, but to children. So the fact that he made a claim against Seth Green and his wife, there's no telling, because Hollywood is so jacked up. So jacked up. And there's no telling if this man is actually telling the truth, if he had a tape, because apparently when former Congressman Anthony Weiner's laptop was seized, according to a source here on YouTube that does all of this amazing research, I'll put the link to the video that I got the information from below. But according to Young Pharaoh, he says, and he researched this and showed the screenshots and everything, Anthony Weiner's laptop was seized by the NYPD and the FBI. They did their investigation and discovered heinous, sick, disgusting videos. And I do agree with him. More of us do need to be talking about this sort of thing, so we are more aware of these politicians that we think are so good in the eye of the public, but they're really evil and devious behind the scenes. Like a lot of these people are devious behind the scenes, and we don't know actually what they're doing. Because apparently, Anthony Weiner's laptop has a video allegedly, and I'm just going to say allegedly just for my sake of my channel, that she apparently is on video in his laptop doing things to a young girl. Yeah, it's very, very sad. I agree. I see your comments there. Like, so it's just like a long line of things that are going on in Hollywood. We don't know what may have pushed this man to actually taking his own life. We don't know what may have pushed this young man into taking his own life. I mean, you can see it in his face that he was something was bothering him. You can see it when you look. You can look in his eyes and see it. Like, like you can see a sense of sadness. So there's no telling what brought this man to feel the way he felt. And I wish that if someone knew him and his friends knew that he may have needed help or didn't, just looking in his face in this photo alone, and this is a photo from a red carpet, you can see that this man was definitely on the side of sadness. Like, there's no denying that. Like, hold on. Like, even Saved by the Bell actress Lark Voorhees, even looking at her in public, you can see also that she herself in her face, it's sometimes it's a readable thing, especially after working in that environment for almost 1 year. So I was able to read that and see it sometimes, and I would just feel so bad. And I'm like, damn, I was like, I wish I could honestly help this person. I honestly wish I could help because it's messed up. You never know what somebody's going through or what they actually may need help with unless you talk to them. Like, you have to talk to them. And it is very, very, very sad. I agree. Ooh. Oh God! Someone mentioned the A word. I'm scared to say it. I'm scared to say it out loud because YouTube flags people for that one word, and I don't know why. But it is also rumored that a lot of these people who are into kids in the music industry, Hollywood, behind the scenes with politics and everything, are into children because they're using children's adrenochrome, which is the main ingredient of adrenaline, according to what Young Pharaoh says. And I don't do that sort of research, but hearing everything that he had to say about it in the research he presented was shocking. I generally I'm in his comment section and I'm commenting like a madman, like, dude, like that's crazy. I couldn't even comment because I'm just sitting there shocked at everything he's saying because I'm like, and showing it was just crazy. Like, these people are actually out to hurt our kids, hurt your kids, because apparently they like to torture them, scare them so much to the point that the best time to get adrenaline from someone is when they're either racing, running, or scared. So the fact that they're scaring these kids half to death by hurting them with these acts is how they're actually doing that with their whole adrenochrome thing. But I won't say that word again because I know how they are. But rest in peace. I agree. Rest in peace to Cappy and to anyone who actually has been through mental illness, going through mental illness, and rest in peace to people who committed suicide because of it. It's just horrifying to know that these people felt like they had no way out but that. Sensitive topic, but It has to be talked about. Corey Feldman, Todd Bridges, terrifying. Yeah, terrifying stories. I agree. Like, seriously, like, it's so much going on behind the scenes. So the fact that Cappy was able to make that sort of, who knows what Seth Green is doing. I'm not saying he's doing anything because everything that I'm saying right now is alleged, but there's no telling what's going on in the world of politics in Hollywood and all of these folks that are famous, because most of these politicians are famous. Everyone knows them. Most of these celebrities are famous. Some know them, some don't. But some of them are very wicked behind the scenes. And they're not just hurting us as adults, they're hurting our kids. That is the only way to get the A is through being scared. It's true. It's true to get their heart racing and pumping, and it's crazy. And I really, really appreciate what this brother is doing, because he's putting out information that the big media, and I always said this to you guys in past live streams and podcasts on my channel, that the big media hides so much from us and lies to us so much to the point that us as the people have to come together and inform each other, because these people in the mainstream media and the big media will constantly lie to us about a lot. They will misinform us intentionally because they feel that they can do it, get away with it, and keep it pushing. And of course, us as the people, we have to believe them, because why? They're saying it. I found more truthful people, according to research, here on YouTube than I ever found in the news media my entire 35 years on this planet. It seems like the people who are out there informing other people want to do good. But YouTube, on the other hand, of course, tries to silence them, but that's another topic. But I do appreciate you guys for riding out with me on this live stream, as you guys always do. This was episode 2 of the Just Mr. P podcast experience. And I definitely look forward to another podcast with you guys. And I definitely will be seeing you guys next time. But before I go, hit that like button if you haven't. And continue to like, subscribe, comment on my videos, because more is definitely coming. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. And I love you guys for it. Much love to you all.